strife. Man. Where you been last night? You been out rolling in the leaves all night with that bird. What are you talking about? Is that with the lads? I was out with the lads with the QR codes, you know, and the face cloth, you know, like always, with the lads. No. You been out rolling around in the leaves all night. What? Fucking prattle she talks. Why would you think that? Look at me. I said, look at me. Do I fucking look like I spent all night rolling around in the leaves with that bird you're on about? I told you I was out with the lads, talking about tattoos, scanning QR codes, checking into the pub, like always. She goes, oh, I know you've been out rolling around in the leaves all night with that bird. I say, yeah, prove it. You know what she did to prove it? She filmed me all on the iPhone, like you're doing. And I know what you're going to do with it. You're going to take it to her. You're going to say, there's proof here. There's your blow. Yeah, leaves and all. Ironic, isn't it? I should see a leaf blow past like that all of a sudden. Be around so many leaves after last night. Leaf. You've been rolling around in a leaf all night with that.
Hello. I've been asked to make a brief video. I'll do my briefest, just to let everybody know who I am. And if you don't know who I am, I suggest you pick up a copy of the Radio Music Internet Times for the past whatever decades. My name is Sir Leonard Henwood, and I'm basically asking all of my fans to do the right thing, to be truly British and go out there and get your 94th jab. Do the right thing. You know, when you get your letter or your text or your whatever, just do the right thing. Don't be afraid of it. You know, I did it. I've had my 95th jab, and I feel fine, and I'm still a sir. I'm still a knight. So get out there, get it done, do the right thing. Do the British thing. Do the British thing. You know, do it for Ringo Starr. You know, do it for Richard III. Do it for Twiggy. Do it for, you know, just do it for Britain. Do it for the Queen. Get out there, get your 95th jab. And if you haven't had your 102nd jab yet, don't worry. Get your 95th, and you'll soon be on your way to your 102nd jab. For those of you who don't know me, I cast your mind back to the long hair metal band days of 2021. And you'll know that I was lead singer, lyricist, and keyboardist for the metal band The Bloodletting. And you might remember our most famous riff from the song Dangerous Dragons. Dangerous dragons, dangerous dragons, dangerous dragons coming to kill us all. And you wouldn't believe how much feedback I've gotten over the months about, you know, what do those lyrics mean? What do those? Everybody always want to know, what do those lyrics mean? You know, get into the mystical mind of the hair metal knight. What do the lyrics mean? I think at the time, I was reacting. Let me just say it, you know, clear and plain as can be. I was reacting. You know, I felt that there was a big tech, big pharma, big government takeover of the human condition. That's what I thought at the time. Now that I've had my 95th jab, I feel totally different. And I think what I was actually doing was, and this was explained to me when they gave me the knighthood, what I was doing with the lyrics dangerous dragons coming to kill us all was actually spreading dangerous misinformation, mostly misinformation about fascism, basically sort of downplaying the largely positive health benefits that come from living in a fascist society. So I certainly apologize for that, wholly and unreservedly, and again, calling all my fans, go out there, get your 24, was 26, 94. Get on the track. You have to be on the track. You know, that's the thing. You have to be on the track to be tracked and traced. You know, so if you haven't had your, I mean, the people that haven't had their first jab, where are they? Where are they now? Right? Got to get on that train if you want to succeed. If you want to succeed like me and Sir Roger Bloom, our drummer. You remember him? He died, sadly, of a blood clot that was nothing at all to do with the asthma. I don't know if people get this. I'm not a scientist. That's another thing I learned. Now, everything I'm saying right now is truly coming from the heart. Now that I've had my 95th jab, I know that I'm on a track. My music is better than ever. Sounds more and more like our society each day. I'm melding into, right, but I had to get on that track, and in order to do that, I had to get up to this point now where I've had my 95th jab. Now, everything I'm saying is coming from, I say that with a caveat, because I don't know, I've had my 95th jab right now, so I don't know how much of me has been uploaded and how much is downloaded and which of me coming in is being shared from a cloud from other people, but it sounds like it's coming from my mouth, so I'm going to presume this isn't some downloaded ether consciousness speaking here, but I can truly say that I do believe the vaccines have been an absolute game changer for me, really, in so many ways. I've gotten a knighthood. My music's better than ever. I'm writing music every day, and I'm also working on some new songs. Anyway, go out there, do the right thing, and to close us out, Dangerous Dragons now, but when you hear it this time with the prolonged instrumental breaks leading into a second song, when you hear it again, just know that I'm now referring to Dangerous Dragons. The Dangerous Dragons I'm referring to now are people like I was, who were spreading dangerous misinformation about the joys, truly the joys of living in a fascist society. Oh, and I get to fly again too, because I've had the 95th one. That's amazing. And we're going to have a show, a socially distant show, our first show back in Clinton, Iceland, at the Pavilion. So do check us out there. Take it away, me. Dangerous dragons, dangerous dragons, dangerous dragons coming to kill us all. Dangerous dragons, dangerous dragons, dangerous dragons coming to kill us all. because of a virus? Or have you ever struck it rich from one and the same? Now it varies in the way it affects us, but the fact that it's alive remains the same. Yeah. Now there are sculptors who sculpt in clay, and there are painters who paint in paint, and there are tyrants who like to build a better hell with your brains. Wake up. Oh yeah. Do the right thing, go out there and get your 94th jab. I was lying, I'm not a knight. I'm not a knight at all. I'm a common, ordinary working person, just like you. And I had my questions too. I did, of course I did. When this first all kicked off, of course I did. Of course I was. Yeah, I was thinking like, why shut down the whole economy for something like this? What? I mean, I was with you. I was there. I was thinking. And then hold on. First off, I'm not a knight. That was a character. I was doing a character. I'm not a knight. I'm a real working person. And I was with you. I had questions when the first all kicked off. I thought, yeah, it's a bit like, it doesn't really like, so, well, I was there. But let me ask you, have you had the jabs? The jab makes all the difference. See, once I had the jab, I stood outside the pub forever. A year and a half, I stood outside that pub. Just waiting, please open that pub, Just one thing I learned in lockdown, I never knew you could get alcohol from elsewhere, bring it back to your own flat. I never knew. But there I was for a year and a half, outside the pub. Please, open the doors. That jab that you were so skeptical about, and I was skeptical about as well, that jab has given me freedoms I never even knew I had before. I've been to the pub before, sure. I've been to the pub, I felt I was in a pub, but now that I've had the jab, I really know I'm in a pub. Do you know, all them years I was in a pub, I never once saw anyone wear a mask. So how could I have been in a pub, if that's what a pub is now? Like when people say to me they've not been to Britain, I've got an American friend, lives in Colorado. He owns a snake. I don't know, he makes money off it somehow. Bloke was telling me, he said, what is a pub? I've never been to Britain, what is a pub? I said, well, a pub is where you go and you're served by somebody in a mask. Because I think that's the way it's always been. But every time I've gone to a pub before, I never saw no one in a mask, so I don't think I was in a pub. But now that I've had the jab, I really feel like I'm in a pub. I mean, I'm freer than I ever knew. Do you know Tony Blair? I'm not me anymore. I'm not the ordinary man, and I'm not the first character, the knight. I'm just a guy who's keen on politics and political history. That's who I am now. A guy who's keen on that. I should say a bloke. I'm a bloke who's keen on... I became keen on politics in Harvard. I went to Harvard, not Harvard, sorry, I got my accents mixed up. No, that's for American wankers. For British wankers, I went to Oxford. Yes, I went to Oxford. And I went there hoping to get a degree in Netflix. And then I found it wasn't to be so. It's not on the curriculum. They're quite an old university, so they haven't quite advanced with the times. They haven't quite gotten with the program. But most students today are very keen on learning Netflix. That was my initial plan. But while I was there, I became very, very interested in political history. And one of my favourite characters from political history is Tony Blair. Have you heard of him? He was a prime minister who brought together so many disparate elements into one beautiful patchwork quilt of global niceness. I love Tony Blair. Tony Blair the other day, because there's an old saying in politics, never let corpses lie dead for long. And Tony Blair certainly is one, yes, to adhere to that axiom, because he arose from the grave, Tony Blair arose from the grave, and he appeared on the BBC, and he said, may I quote thusly? He said, Tony Blair said something I shall ever enshrine upon what used to remain of my heart. I shall enshrine these words of Tony Blair's. The fully vaccinated should receive maximum freedom. And I thought, Voltaire, I thought, Rousseau, I thought, French Revolution, I thought Thomas Paine, I thought William Blake, I thought all of these great thinkers in vain struggle to define what liberty is. What is freedom? How does one define what freedom is? And there, from the words of Tony Blair, came the answer. The fully vaccinated should receive maximum freedom. How else could it be? The word inalienable, which is often bantered about by Americans, who should know better. The word inalienable essentially means one, this is the archaic use of the word, means that one cannot turn something into a close encounters thing, a little inalienable, not able to be made an alien, yes. But somehow in the 18th century, or perhaps a little bit before, it became sort of topsy-turvily, scoverly-worvily, language is often played with. It became essentially, we were born with these rights. We come into Earth with these rights. Demanding, really sort of, just quite babyish, really. I demand the right to live. I was born with the right to live. I have a right to live. The way they talk. Mostly Americans. It's a very nefarious American influence that found its way over onto these shores, unfortunately. This sort of, I am born, therefore let me live. This sort of mentality. But an advanced thinker. What I love about Tony Blair is he's like a tunnel. He's like a steel tunnel, just tunneling truth at you. And he does it very well on the BBC. It just tunnels it right at you. Think about those words, will you? Dwell on them. Do. The fully vaccinated should receive maximum freedom. Good on Tony Blair, I say. Good on him. No, I'm neither of those three people. My tooth is killing me. I'm none of those people that I just did. I have a horrible tooth pain. But I was told by the dentist I'd have to wait till July because of the COVID onslaught. So I have to live with the pain. I have to live with the pain of a broken tooth. Because you don't want the number going up. What number is that? It's R. You don't want the number going up. What number? R. What's an R number? Who really cares? What's an R number? Who really cares? Listen to the way we talk in our great stupid age. Great stupid age. Digital dumb. Oh. Well, that's it for me. I wish it wasn't. I had much more to say, but I seem to have cracked the tooth even further. They said to me on the phone, they said, first, we'll make the appointment for you. This was not the accent they were doing, but I will do it because I think it helps the tooth pain. I don't know why. But they said to me on the phone, they said, because of COVID, you will have to wear a mask when you come to the dentist. I said, I am exempt. They said, that's fine. Okay. That's very easy. Okay. But they said also, too, you must have your temperature taken. I said, I will not have one of those laser things stuck to my head. I don't like the way they look, and I don't trust them. I don't trust anything contactless now. Oh, it's wonderful. It's contactless. Ooh, look. Do you like my song? I'm playing the one by John Cage. Cage or Cale, I forget. The number song, where there's no music. You like that? But the best part is I am doing it contactless. I don't have to touch anything. Brilliant, the world we live in. My clothes do not touch my body. They hover about me. My skin is not even on me. It just sort of meets around the bones. Everything's contactless. I don't have to hug my grandmother. I don't have to even smile at people anymore because the whole bottom half is being obliterated from their public vision. And what do I want to say now? Oh, so they said, oh, you want to do, we'll have to. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. They said that should be fine. So that was okay too. So I'm starting to believe a lot of this is hypnosis. That people have not learned a very negative way of speaking. In our language, the word is no. No. Some people get confused in this country and they say si when they really mean no. In their heart, they mean no. So they say si. And the more time they say si to something that their heart says no, the more time they say si to something their heart says no, eventually they will have no heart no more. Because the heart will say, what is the point of speaking to you? I am your heart, I am speaking to you. I am not speaking to your brain. Your brain is not even, your brain is saying no too. Your brain is saying no, your heart is saying no. The only thing that is saying si is your stupidity, your appetite, your wanting to belong in society. Because God knows society is so cool. Do you ever feel left out because you don't have the gym body or the perfect haircut or read Esquire? Do you ever feel really like in Pink Floyd The Wall, the little painting by Gerald Scarfe, that small little pink in the big stadium, and you're all on your own, nobody understands you? Well, relish it, my friend. Patti Smith sang about it before she had her vaccine. She sang outside of society. It's quite a lovely place to be. Makes more sense in here than out there. Where the mad people live. I had to have my new home, and I had to have it fast. So when COVID came along, we went to work and chopped down all the conservationally protected trees and didn't notify any of the residents. And that's what emergency is. Emergency, a word that used to mean an emergency, now means a time to do new things and change for the better. Please welcome the keynote G7 speaker, Sir Arthur Turi Tani, Tully Cicero Livy Seneca, Cicero Seneca, the Honourable E Pluribus Unum, the former Prime Minister of Great Britain, Mr. Tony Blair. Dat er wel om die voorstaan met Tony Blair was voorgeschreven en goede samen zeven. Tony Blair wo stoppen even von Vaccinen voor stufen an allerlei 19 Covid, wischkuffen als dan was vielen libertas von und stufen bleiben. Well, I was thinking a lot about this, and I think, all right, please for the applause, okay, so calm down. Most of you know my greatest hits, but here we go again. I believe the fully vaccinated should receive maximum freedom. Hello, my name is Tony Blair. You know, people often ask me, Tony, what's liberty all about? I said, until you've had that jab, don't talk to me of freedom. Until you've earned some money for Hancock and Company. Until you've had your jab, don't talk of freedom. The Grand Old Opry welcomes Tony Blair. Yeah. I'm going to rest my tooth now. My tooth is in severe pain. I think an accent went wrong. Do we have anything else to say, Sir Leonard Henry? I'm just going to say, do the right thing. Your nation's calling you, okay? Somewhere in your vaccine-hesitant brain, your nation is calling you. Britain is calling. You awake with the start. Britain, I'm trying to sleep. We're going to let you sleep in just a second, but... Sorry, which accent would you prefer? I don't know, that one's fine. Okay, Anyway, this is Britain calling, and we'd like you to step up and do your bit. Step up and do my bit. I mean, what is my bit? I suppose I wank a lot. Is that? No. Your other bit. Oh, the bit where I get my jab. The bit where you get your jab. Oh, thanks for reminding me, Britain. Can I get back to my kit now? Yes, do that. And we'll wake you up at 9 a.m. with your jab appointment reminder. Wake up. You remember that dream last night? Well, we're not fucking around. Get down to the clinic right now and get your fucking jab. All right. No, it's of course much nicer than that. At your jab clinic, you'll receive a special leaflet and a brochure. And what else will you receive? You'll receive some weird thing that God knows what they put in it, but just do it. Do your bit. I forgot they put that in there too. You get the leaflet, you get a nice little sticker. I think they give you a little gumdrop too. You might get. I got these shades actually, but I am a Sir. I'm a Sir Knight. And we'll go through the checklist. But yeah, that's the last thing. You do get some weird, unknown. God knows what's in there. You just don't know. It's a bit like Russian roulette. Could lead to, I don't know. I mean, I've known some people that have died from it actually, believe it or not. But you just. But that's included as well. But mostly it's about going in and getting the nice leaflet and a sticker that says "Did my part for Britain." And at the end of the year, I'm going to write a song for Britain and enter it in the Euro contest, the Eurovision contest. And I'm working on it now. It's more German in its experimental tone. Welcome to our year like no other. Hey! Welcome to das Jahr like no other das Jahr. But there's a green horizon. Ah, very good. You spotted what Colonel Gates put in the manifesto that from now even the sun shall be green. A new green world with very starkly white houses and a green sun. Oh, and the mosquitoes will all carry transistor radios. And now the G7 summit would like to welcome one of its favorite sons of the revolution. The early days of the G7 revolution was just a couple of good old boy billionaires got together and said we should start a club. And I remember turning to old Hank here. I said, who should we let in? He said, well, want to let in Britain? Yeah, well, let in Britain. They got a queen. Yeah, that's pretty billionaire. Who else you want to let in? I said, well, what about, I don't even know who else is on the list these days. I don't know. What about, we want to let in, what's another country? You want to let in Sweden? Let in Sweden. I've got the architecture here all over here in Britain and America, this sort of slopey, pointy, pure cubes. Yeah, let them in. They seem to know what it's like to make their people work on assembly lines. Would you want to have Africa? I don't know if they make a lot of stuff in Africa, but they receive a lot of vaccines. Well, this is going to be a billionaires club. We're going to make sure everybody in here is billionaires. Anyway, so the person we're going to introduce right now, he's a longtime friend, and sir, his name needs no introduction, but he's a good friend here at the G7 Summit, and he's a good friend to y'all as well. Mr. Bill, I was going to say Mr. George Clinton. We don't want any fucking delegate in the house tonight, I think. Do we have a clavicle on here? No, we don't have any funk on here. But please welcome Mr. Bill Clinton. Mr. Bill Clinton, so glad to have you here today. As I look forward to a new career and a new way forward, I know that together a new way forward will be a green way and a straight way down the narrow and a path for the future, for our children, for them children to grow up in a place where plants could be all, and there are children and wait money for economy, nice people, and I know some people say I'm bad, but I live on, and that's my story. And also, G7 Summit would not be complete without the comic antics of who do I want to pick on now. All right, look at you in the front row, like, oh no, stay away from me, oh, stay away from me. Don't worry, I have a shield for this bit. I'm going to play my own character. Okay, so please welcome the President of France, Mr. Macaroni. In France, we believe in the three things: liberty, equality, equality, fraternity. Oh, sorry, four things. It's a Monty Python Spanish Inquisition callback. In France, we believe in liberty. Let's start with that. Let's just focus on that for the first line. Now, liberty, I want to say something very similar to what my friend, Mr. Tony Blair, said again. Let me just phrase that in a more French fashion. First, you get a little Brigitte Bardot cigarette in your hand. I'm a Frenchman, I'm a Mr. Macaroni. Now, I would like to say, Mr. Blair said the fully vaccinated should receive maximum freedom. We French, always in global agreement with whatever is going on in the global world, we French will say instead, les fully vaccinated should receive maximum liberty. Yeah, man. It's cool. It's Jean-Luc Godard. It's Truffaut, man. It's the new wave. It's the French new wave. We are having also not cinema, but more variants too. It's a wild, mystical world of variants. Something very beautiful is happening in France right now, man. I mean, kids are discovering new variants every day. They're, day-glow paint on their bodies, and they're calling things like the swimming variant and the serpent variant and the Cleopatra variant. It's really exciting in France. What's happening in swinging London town? Oh, in London, it's the swinging 60s all over again. People are swinging from AstraZeneca to Pfizer to AstraZeneca. It's the grooviest time in the world because the pharmaceutical companies keeping things hip and trendy. And by the way, is your mental health getting you down? Doing too many voices? Pretending to be other people? Then stop. That's enough fun. That is enough fun. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun over the years. Yeah, we've had the Beatles, we've had the Stones, Faulkner, Flannery O'Connor. We had William Blake, Shakespeare. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, music. Beethoven. It was great. And look where it got us. A fucking virus. That's where fun got us. A virus. That's why you lost your job, Jack. That's why you had to take the job here at the Overlook. It was the only place where you could socially distance. Don't tell me that. It's a fucking lie. You know it as well as I do, Wendy. It's a fucking lie. And now, please welcome the honorable inventor of the G7 summit, Hurt Glute. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so good. Every G7 comes around, I feel my hair gets just a little bit crispier. Does anybody else find that the older they get, the crispier their hair is? I start off with a non-specified accent so nobody's feelings get hurt. Here at the G7 summit, I am Hurt Groot. I started out, I did not actually invent the G7 summit, I should say. I did it in conjunction with Cletus. That's right, Hurt and I, we met up. It was, I don't know how many years ago it was. I had £1 billion in the bank, and Hurt was the only other one I heard of that had $1 billion at that time. I knew there was others, but I knew Hurt personally through some other business we did, which actually, in a weird way, got us both our £1 billion. So, yeah, we did co-found it. Yeah, but I first want to say that with Hurt Groot, I am Hurt Groot. I want to say firstly and foremostly, firstly, I want to say that the main thing that I have always been very, very, very passionate about is lots of money and having it and how to get more of it, regardless of what we do to get it. I have t-shirts from many events that I went to that were influenced by love of money. I found when I was young, I would put on songs of money, just sound effect albums mostly of change and dollar bills, crispy and rubbing together. And because of that, that led me to where I am today. Now, of course, the big thing on everyone's mind is what are we looking forward to in a COVID secure, okay, green way? Well, I see some of you are looking at me saying like, oh yeah, could we skip all the stuff and just tell us right away? Let me just assure you, it will mean more money for us. Okay. You don't want to know the details, do you? It doesn't really matter, but it will involve lots of talking. So basically, what we think you should do, me and Cletus here, is you should all go back to your respective countries and say, okay, so the news of the day is green, 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 or the news of the day is cough, cough, mask, 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 and that will conclude the G7 summit.
Thank you for attending the G7 summit. We hope you find the funnel cakes delicious. Thank you for your love, or what at least appears to be love, in a world where you only communicate on Twitter. I was around when Jesus Christ... No, that's not quite it.
It's been a wonderful G7 summit. And Tony Blair, what was that line again? What was the word again, Tony Blair? The phrase?
The fully vaccinated should receive
maximum freedom. Maximum freedom.
dangerous dragons coming to kill us all. I'm not Sir Leonard Henry.
Other day, the shit she comes out of her mouth. Come over the other day, she's reading a book on trees, right? Oh, look at the leaves on this one. Look at the leaves on this one. She starts talking about mistletoe leaves, oak leaves, pine needles. That's how it's nothing to do with needles. She's all of a sudden 36 years of age, nary a fucking interest in leaves. Now she's interested because I know she wants to trip me up and say, were you out all night with that bird in the leaves? Again. I said, for the last time, I was with the lads. Larry the lad, Lionel the lad, Leontine the lad. I was with all the lads. I was not rolling around in the leaves. Leaf it out.